It is a cold, rainy October day, and we are back here measuring out where our ponds are going. And gotta tell you, I'm really freaking out because spring tapping is supposed to occur before the ponds are built, and I don't know how I'm going to get the materials I need and the help I need before next week when the ponds and the driveway are supposed to be finally going in. If this had started in June, I'd be much happier. Wow, I got a deer trail here, huh? Some wet hoof prints going up in here. Obviously, we've got some water. Squish, squish. So, this is a great place to start a pond. And this one's not going to be too huge, but we want to put in as many ponds as possible because water is life. And I want this place teeming with all the frogs possible and the turtles and... Oh, there's a little bird. Hi, little bird. It's okay, we're not going to bother you. Hey, Buck, let's not bother the little bird. Yeah, we're in its home and we're just visiting right now. But yeah, we want to create lots of frogs to eat mosquitoes back here. Because all this swampy area is making mosquito land pretty bad. Not right now, there isn't one in sight. Knock on wood, but in general, you know. Get some frogs and some turtles in here. I think I saw one frog back here this summer. Down by the brook. Like to give them a nice place to lay their eggs, right? Oh, wow. Oh, I am sinking here. Give them a nice place to lay their eggs and for turtles to show up and get some ecosystems on. We want to cut down as few of these trees as possible, even though, yes, I need firewood. There's a lot of birch in here, and I don't like cutting down birch trees. Birch trees are magical medicine and whatnot, so... Yeah, obviously you can see where there was another old logging road right in front of where I'm pointing. There's nothing but little saplings in it. Now, I haven't cleared at all in here, so... Boy, they made a mess everywhere, didn't they? Well, I'm gonna map out my ponds here with my trusty ribbon tape measure, and we'll see how much pond we can put in here without cutting down a bunch of trees. I'm basically standing in somewhat of a clearing. I'm not gonna want to cut that one, and it's right in the way. Logistical issues. This one's looking like it's gonna be about 45 feet, give or take, in length, and we'll see what the width can be in a moment. I think we're going to go at least 55 feet over this way. I want to keep this tree somehow, make it an island right here or something. But it can easily go up into here and around. Again, this doesn't have to be shaped like a traditional pond. Like, we don't want any fake shapes over here, but I figure in the future maybe this area could be a little staging area for plant and tree sales, or I could keep stuff before people are gonna come pick stuff up in the spring or in the fall and have it down here in the woods, sort of protected a little maybe. I'm just thinking I don't want to use this entire area as a pond. Also, the driveway is like right through the trees over there, so we want to keep water away from the driveway. So we might stop right here. I could go back another 10 feet, but we'll see. So at least 55 feet across for this one. Keeping as many trees as possible somehow. That is the giant challenge. We don't want to knock down a bunch of trees just to put in a pond. Shit. This little area, the brook here, I know we don't have beavers yet, but nature just did this itself somehow with some falling trees. And we've got a little backup pool here. Looks like it's at least, I don't know how deep that is. It'll probably go right over my boot. That's at least a foot deep right there. And yeah, we can see how a brook can overflow during a major rain event, which there hasn't been one, and yet look at this. It's pretty close to crusting here without any major rain event. So imagine if this were North Carolina a couple of weeks ago and 17 inches of rain got dumped right here. I imagine that this would be backed up right here onto my land. And while this isn't anywhere near where I plan on building, I think it might be a great idea to put a pond up here above the brook to catch some water, because I think there's going to be enough water in a big rain event coming down here and possibly overflowing this whole area. And where I am stepping is skishy, very skishy, very squish squish. And as I travel up into here, it's very wet and squish squish. So I'm thinking this would be a great place for this upper pond to overflow to right here. Yes, it would. So let's start marking this out. That's a great place for the bank to begin. Right where that wonderful stone is. Look at that. Let's start right in here and measure out a little pond here. Well, the lumber that I traded for pigs about 2 months back, a little more than that maybe, got attacked by carpenter ants. It was over here on this pallet, and as you can see, I didn't have it completely covered with metal, and horrifically it is starting to rot, and as you can see, carpenter ants got in it. They're not in it anymore, but the damage has been done. As you can see, there's some major structural damage to some of these pieces. And I mean, I can cut off the bad parts if I can stop them from rotting in time. It's getting colder and colder out here, and every day that there is sunlight, I've been out here sort of moving them around. I don't know when or if they'll ever be safe to put into the barn with the rest of the lumber I have in there, because we do not want any rotting issues, and definitely not carpenter ants, which are drawn to rotting wet wood. So we don't want them making their way into the barn and destroying the lumber I've already got in there, so, which is dry. But yeah, so that sucks, and not sure what to do, because winter is coming. Yeah, so that blows. So trying to deal with that. If anybody has advice on that, let me know.